We've got the outside of our box made, so we're going to make the base now. We are going to create a new component and we're going to call it base. Now I'm going to create a new component within that. So all of a sudden it comes a sub-assembly within this. First one I want to make is called long, 44 by 44. That's the material we're going to use. You need to start a sketch, and when you start a sketch, select the bottom long rail. Take your time to make sure you got the right one and make sure the view comes up like this. So we're going to try and draw this in context, which means we're trying to draw it kind of in the position that it's going to go in the assembly. I've started by doing a rectangle across the piece. Now I'm going to draw a line. Don't worry too much where they go, but kind of crossing over like that. With the dimension tool, I'm going to make this one 44. Zoom in, and between these two lines I want it to be 45 degrees. And I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. Don't worry about the 44 on that side because it's these are parallel and it automatically does that for you. I want this one here, so from this line to there, I want it to be 10 millimeters out. And now I want this line to intersect with this outside line here, or sorry, the corner. So I'm going to use this one here. It's called coincident constraint, and I'm going to click the line, and I'm going to click that dot. Same on this side. Line, very outside corner. So that means our miters are going to meet up in that position. Finish the sketch, then click extrude. There'll be two profiles to select here, so don't forget to click that bottom one. The whole piece should be blue except for these corners, which we don't want to extrude. So remember, this is our base. I'm going to extrude at 44 because that's what the material is that we've got to work with in the workshop. So that's one piece of our base already. I'm going to put a chamfer on this one here, and it's going to be 10 millimeters. That's why we stepped it out 10 millimeters before. So save your work at that point. And then we're going to duplicate by right clicking and copying. And to the base, we're going to paste. Make sure you paste it into the base, not into the chest. So it wants to be in that sub-assembly. Pull that one over and rotate it. Rotate it in a way that you can see the miters are coming in the opposite direction. And we want 180 degrees. The chamfer should be on the opposite side too. Now we just want to fit that into the correct position, so I'm going to use the join feature. I'm going to come to this flat top edge in the center of the work, and I'm going to do the same to the front center there. So the offset should sit exactly the same as the other one. It should sit in there. Now we could do the same, and we could do a paste new in this section, but there's a better way to do it. We really need to go to a new component, and we're going to draw it again. So sketch, select the bottom of one of the pieces. It doesn't matter which one you're going to do. We're going to draw two lines in here, so one there to there. Stop a little bit short of this point here. Press escape. We're going to do the same on the other side. The reason why we stop short of kind of getting them to meet up, it's very difficult to get it to meet up anyway. What we need to do, the reason why it's difficult is we've started the sketch on this part, so that's automatically a kind of reference geometry, where this one here, it doesn't have that feature. So I'm going to use the coincident constraint to click both of those parts, and it will bring it together. One more line now between the two. You notice how this goes blue inside, so that means that it's already kind of a finished shape. I'm going to do a line across there as well. Finish the sketch. I'm going to extrude. I'm going to select the profile. This time we're coming back this way, so it's going to be -44, and it creates that new body. Just like the other one, we're going to do a chamfer on that at 10 millimeters, and we are going to duplicate it. So this one here, you can double click and call it short. 44, right, 44. We're going to copy that, and then we're going to paste it into the base. Put it across, rotate it, and now we have to fix everything in position. So by highlighting that base and making the component active on the dot, we're going to come across and we will join all these together. Now if you see if it flips and kind of matches the opposite direction, there's a flip position here. It comes in quite handy when you're doing this, because it's quite easy to select kind of the opposite. It kind of defaults to selecting to the opposite side, so we need to do at least 3 of them. You might find that it's easy to do the outside corners. There's no right or wrong way with that. And then we also need to select and join that whole base to one of the components. It looks like it's already fixed, so I might have been wrong there. So we've got a base all finished for our project.